Here, have some more barrels. Have some perpetual barrels. Good thing I designed this in this way. Good thing I designed this in this way. So I can add more barrels into the system. Okay, that means now I need... that. I think I can get away with just doing that as is. Come, my robot friends. Two, 4, 6, 8, 10, all within the construction zone. Yay. Are you ready to do this several more times? In the other various locations? Oh boy. Because we've got a few of these laying around. Including places I can upgrade to Mark II. Do I do that? Or do I try to go, like, down here? I think I'm gonna go down here. What's that look like from all the way up there? I don't even... Here, that's what we'll do. Hey, we'll go place things all the way out here with some big poles. So we can make the construction a little bit easier. Just a slight bit easier. And I'm grabbing from this point very specifically. That looks aligned to me. And congratulations, we now have what was 80. We now have the same output from 40. Don't even need any of this. There we go. Hey, ConstructorBot, do your thing. Alright. So by building in this way, and by having the robots do this, I can get the modules automatically added in by my construction bots. That is the benefit of that. Oh, right. There you go. You can take those. There you go. This is why I have so many construction bots, by the way, so I can make bigger modifications without having to worry as much about stuff and things. Right, you go there. Theoretically, that's fine. That's now 40. Giving me stuffs. And I will continue to add more into this chest. Oh boy. Alright. One down-ish. I just need to make sure that I've got sufficient quantities of the doohickeys. Water barrels. One thing I could also do is put in a chest requesting my water barrels, my filled water barrels. Wherever that is, yes, request all of them. So they can bring me stuff that was set aside, and then I can just completely stop that. Yeah, barrels. So as it turns out, I think that compared to last time, there is actually less belt with fewer buildings. I thought it would be... I was thinking that it would be more belt, but I think it's actually... It is less. Despite the buildings being bigger, because you need less buildings. So yeah. That's a thing. I think I may have enough of the water barrels to get everything flowing. We've all got green lights. We've got full green lights throughout the place, so that's now finished. Yay! Oh boy, alright, so that's the first of the augs. And goodbye whatever blueprint I had of that, because that's now gone, superfluous. How's the... By the way, I did this update, and yeah, so we've got the trains coming with more and more of the bone meal. The bone meal my heart desires. And since I have the bone meal that my heart desires, that means that, yeah, that whole line could rightfully go away. But apparently I am still inadequate on the power to this stuff. So let's make sure that my kickalk keeps moving. This food needs to stay because this food is feeding manure. I have a dedicated manure factory from Muckmo. I have a dedicated Muckmo manure factory that happens to be sitting right across from my bone meal factory. Yes, and then I can upgrade the auog modules eventually. That is true. Have you added the breeding program, King? For the augs yet? Yes. Okay. So I guess I'm upgrading augs. Oh, you do it through the pups. Okay, that's gonna make things ever so slightly. Oh, ever so slightly more, ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. Okay. Sure. So, immunosuppressants, that's a big one. That's a big one. So so to even start with your 0.5% chance of upgrading your augs to Mark II, you're going to need to have energy drinks, which we've got sugar. We've actually done the hard part. We've actually done the hard part so far. We just need this stuff called the seed extract of lots of stuff. Stuff. Yeah, 100 500 guar bean seeds. But the thing about guar, yeah, is that it it's it makes a lot of seeds. It makes a lot of seeds, so that I think is somewhat okay, even at a factor of 100 there. So when are guar going to be changed to the new system? Because that's a notable exception to the new system is the production of a guar. Ahem. So yeah, we need the energy drinks. We have albumin. We need nanofibrils and immunosuppressants to even get this going. Either way, it's going to require chitosan, which, yeah, mutant enzymes, that stuff I can do. Ethanol, yeah, this is going to be a while. So that's going to take a while, even though I can do it. And then there's the concept of the raise more. The raise phase 2 program, which is the one that will give you more of them, I think. So we have the initial program from Mark 1s to give us AUG Mark 2. Right. And then we have from there we go from the AUG Mark 2 to the phase 2 AUG husbandry program, which is going to take 2. So this recipe must succeed twice at a 0.5% chance. So we need this to succeed in giving us the Mark II AUG twice. We need to figure out whatever the hell we want to do with a 10% chance of an ablazed AUG. Figure out something to do with this ablazed AUG. Make it generate power for us. But otherwise, this just has to succeed twice before then going into this recipe, which is going to require some quality AUG food. Quality AUG food, which means we need to have a Corlex setup for the casein. Most definitely. We have everything else, we just need the Corlex setup for the casein for that. That will give us 5 pups, and then the pups, 4 of them with milk from Corlex, and bedding, and seaweed, and sap, and more food, will become 3. So one of them dies in this process to give us 3 Mark II AUGs from 4. Guaranteed 3 from 4. So there's no, like, 25% chance or anything like that. This is a guaranteed, you've got a +1 AUG, plus 1 extra pup from the, from this process, because this is always giving you 5. It's actually 2 to 4 output per craft. Well, why does this not explain? So it's 2 to 4? Alright. Well, you can at least get the 2 back in the worst case scenario, and the game will evenly distribute its output of 2 to 4, unless you've somehow managed to change the probabilities of that. Boy. So, stuff. Either way, cannot be done even remotely close to now. Like, those other things is, I'm working towards purple science at that point. Is like, by the time I have the things to do that upgrade program for even the 0.5% chance of output, I'm in the process of making my push into purple science at that point. But anyway, so we're going through all this discussion here because the point that I want to make is that I don't need this 110 manure line. That's my point that I was actually trying to make in the beginning here. I don't need this anymore because I have my Muckmo manure factory here with 15 by 15 buildings of Muckmo manure. And I don't need the augs here either making the manure here. And wherever else I have augs making manure, I don't need them to exist anymore. Right now, I only need augs for augs. For caged augs. That's all that I need them for right now. Use them for power. I could, or I could not. Now, this needs to be updated. This needs to be fixed. So this is the sugar build where I'm making bones out of augs. So I will need to fix this. Definitely. And I think my fix to this is just to, like, shift it up a bit. Maybe I can do, like, side by side or something and have it not take so much space. This is 16, just have 2 of 8 here, and that's will work fine. That is the only necessary place where I have to rebuild the thing. Otherwise, I am just going to go and delete the aug paddocks, I think. I think that is the best course of action, and definitely the fastest course of action. This will come at a bit of a logistics issue, though. So if I get rid of this whole line, well, I get rid of a massive roadblock, but I also don't need the things that feed this either set up, which is this food, which is this food, which is this seaweed and auog and plastic and moss. So things change. You can't follow this anymore? Basically, what I'm saying is, I don't need this big line. Like, I don't need augs making manure. I hope you can at least understand that point. I don't need augs making manure. And I only need half as many augs as I used to. So, up here, this line of 16, I only need 8 of these now. I only need 8 of these updated machines rather than 16. So I don't even need to change much there. It's just alignments. Alignment issues. Okay. Car. Where is the Crawdad? Crawdadio, where did I leave you? Caged dogs. Yeah, that doesn't need to be there anymore. Where did I leave my doohickey? Oh, there's still stuff there. There's still stuff there. I need to add thingy so that there won't be stuff there anymore. Here, keep expanding our little network. Our little logistic zone. That's the fun part of the expansion of your logistics with the Pi roboports. So if you just have a standard full length here, as long as it's perfectly straight, and then you put 2 roboports. Just that's a charging station. You could do a charging station too. That might be a good idea. But if you do something like that, and then you blueprint it, and you hold on to that blueprint forever. Again, where is my drag and drop to add it to here? Boy. This one. Yeah, so much for that blueprint, huh? So this is the blueprint the build that I just finished modifying and updating. So much for this existing. Ah, boy, that goes there. So you have that, and then you can just place it wherever, and that just continuously expands your network. Makes it a lot simpler. If that's what you're trying to do, is, expand the network. Just bear in mind, this is like the only area right now is this mall. Besides this little space up here, which is the sulfur zone. The sulfur zone is being operated exclusively by robots. Just because this is a nightmare of belt. If I was trying to belt it, it would not be very pretty in the slightest. Speaking of sulfur, I'm like not doing anything with sulfur yet. We are how far into this map already? I built the sulfur in the game time like hour 100, before hour 100. I don't even remember how long ago it was. It was a long time ago that I built that. Somewhere along the line. Yeah, I don't need this food anymore. I don't need the food production at all. So things will be stuck. I'm eventually going to have to come and like clean. I do not need sulfur for sulfuric acid. I do not need that for that. I have this. That at least you know. And are wrong. So I don't need sulfur for my sulfuric acid production. My sulfuric acid production is coming from Aurum. It is coming from the cadaveric Aurum greenhouses. They are producing acid gas, and then the acid gas, along with a bit of petroleum gas, is feeding my sulfuric acid production. There is no sulfur involved here for that. And of course, all of my sulfuric is being used right now, so I need to actually scale up this production situation. And then the petroleum gas ultimately costs, well, this whole process costs both tin chromium alloy and whatever this is. I forget. What is this again? Sometimes it's hard to tell. This is I think ferrochromium? Oh, this is just chromium. Right. So we have chromium as well as tin chromium alloys. So chromium and tin chromium are the cost of doing this way. Because this process here, it actually produces more petroleum than is required. or it produces enough petroleum and has a slight excess of aromatics. So this gives you aromatics, and then the aromatics gives you the petroleum again by spending the tin chromium alloy with enough to keep this going. With enough to keep this going. How does my train not cut my circuit wires in half at that station? I don't know. Because it's above. They're above. These are totally tall buildings. They're totally just tall buildings. Sure, we'll go with that. They're strung above the ground. But yeah. Anyhoozle. I need to, yeah, that's not gonna be enough, but whatever. Time to destroy some buildings. I mean, get rid of some buildings that I will totally use later. Actually, I think I actually just said that correctly. Time to destroy some buildings. That is the easiest cleanup, I think. I do think that will be the absolutely easiest cleanup process here, so let's just do that. Time to go on a destruction derby and just roll right through all of these augs. I don't care about modules. Yes. Yes, this is exactly what I want. And I'm just holding right click on here to get rid of the ghost replacements. Oh, hello, tech. Hi. We got good Crawdad recipes now. Celebration! Celebration! We have great, fantastic Crawdad recipes now. Crawdad recipes I actually feel like using. Not so much fertilizer recipes. Not so much. I'm okay with not unlocking these. Not like I can at the moment. Maybe by the time I can unlock these, they'll be more appealing. But let's see. So I'm gonna have to do Corlex eventually, right? That's a thing. Maybe I should pick that up or Yotoi. Yeah, sure. We'll do that one. Why do they need smashing? Because picking them up would use up too much inventory space, and I don't feel like dealing with that right now. And this is faster. As I said, I do not need this manure production anymore. There is a slacked lime Crawdad recipe, and I will absolutely do that. Absolutely, without question, I will spend our slaked lime, totally slaked lime. Alright, buddy, go on up. Apparently I destroyed power somewhere. Power? Oh, right. Duh. Power. Yay! We did the thing. So, how much was that? 100? Yeah, that's about right. We just destroyed 110 Mark 1 AUG paddocks, each one carrying 2 AUGs in it. Wait, what? Wait, what? Right. That is a thing. That is standard car mechanics. So, outside of just making this look pretty by just getting rid of all the belt, I really don't feel like doing anything else with that. The other things, so this made manure. Oh, hello, tech. Right. You there. Are you worth doing? Yes? I guess. I mean, I'm hesitant to use blood meal, but sure, I'll take it. So that manure went somewhere. Here. Here, you know, for the all-important urea. But do I really want to do that for this process? I have to. There is no getting around at least some urea here for this. Alright, well, I guess the way that this will be done is I will add manure to my mall to request the manure, and then I will bring the manure in by reversing this belt. And that will be that. I'll make the chest at the end a requester chest. I don't think there's any other urea consumers down here. Guess I'll find out as I go along. Oh, but there is another manure. Hello. Where did you come from, other manure? What are you? Oh, you must be, right, you're Kickalk. Beautiful and glorious Kickalk. Change that to a requester, request all of it. And, yeah. There we go. As soon as I add that station to bring in additional manure, we shall have it. And it shall flow. And it will be glorious. So, speaking of manure train station, I'm sort of like out of space for stuff here. So this is why I'm continuously adding onto this station down here. Speaking of which, lead XX. That is not true. That is sugar, but anyway. Yeah, get rid of that. Copy that nonsense. Sure. Hello, mall manure. You there. That and manure is where again? Where is manure? There it is. There it is, right next to the energy drinks. And here come the trains. Huzzah! Trains. This needs to be that. That's all signaled correctly. Alright, I think I'm good. On that point. What I need now is to bring it something exactly like that, yeah. Something exactly like that. That sounds like a plan.